weren't.
They were okay.
They weren't disagreeable to it.
So you're saying now it's there?
It just seems that I don't know. I'm not a kid. I'm not a parent. I don't know. It seems like that there's a little softening of the raising process. That we've been living fat for so long that we're not intentionally hardening our kids.
And that's true. I mean, those are just as far as studies of how the shift in sports participation and the way participation is evolving. It has. I mean, that's just, you can read, you can see documentaries, you could watch anything.
I could just look at the fucking
HBO,
street.
Right, watch.
I could look at the line at Chipotle.
Physically, you can tell, and it's just the nature of,
I'm not even saying physically. You see the dynamics in families. You see kids are picky eaters and shit like that. Like,
that's what's interesting about your business. You see it. You're in restaurants where people are going out every day, drinking, dining, enjoying the good life.
School food service.
Oh, well,
corporate catering, they do all kinds of shit.
That's, yeah, I mean, that's,
yeah,
well, that too.
Yeah, we do thousands of meals a week in school food service. And,
that's great. Is that
at the very high-end private school food service? So,
sure.
Yeah, it's a different world.
Well, and that's new too.
Within a world.
Just meal prep.
That is super.
Yeah. School prep.
Yeah.
I've been seeing that a lot just because, I have kids in school and they have a lot of different services doing that.
What labels come on food?
You mean as far as nutrition label?
It's a trick question.
You mean
what labels come on food?
The actual nutrition breakdown, that's...
Whatever. What kind of label do you see on food?
That's always something that looks...
It's a trick question. It's a trick question.
It is? Mm-hmm. I see... because I see...
For how I see food, there is no... Food can't have a label. Food is a living, flowing thing. Chickens in a field don't have fucking labels on them.
No, you're talking...
I'm talking food.
But
and I'm talking about by the time it gets into a package or a box or it's hermetically sealed from oxygen, it's not fucking food anymore. It's just it's just substance. It's just calories.
We decided that our foods need labels because
you can't label food.
Nutritional labels, government labels. We're getting fat. Okay, I want to know. I want to know how many calories are in my chicken nuggets at the store. I want to know how many.
It's not food.
I want to know food.
Chicken nugget is calories. It's a treat. It has
come
nothing
and
to do with
choke
food.
Don't talk about chicken nuggets as not food.
You could bread some chicken, and they'll probably
like
not like it as much.
Schnitzel.
Yeah, little schnitzel.
Little
Schnitzel. Pub tenders.
But
when's the last time you had a good pub tender? Some barbecue sauce.
I haven't been in a real pub since our family. We used to have a pub back in the day by Wrigley. That's kind of where I got my... it was interesting because I was in the health club side. I was into training. I was working in that business. And then my brother owned a bar by Wrigley. So it was kind of like it was weird dichotomy that...
I think in the training, and the people that own gyms, I have friends that own gyms. I'm friends with Sanad and those guys. And I trained with this older guy, Dwayne, who has his own gym and worked at Lifetime for years and years. And
okay.
I lived with some fitness woman for a long, long time. Very educated in it. And I would say, the people who take it really serious and the best ones, they're very healthy. It just intrinsically. But your average, gym rat or average gym owner type community their diets are terrible. And their physiques are terrible.
Back when I started, yes, the gym owner where I first started when I was a kid, it was, the guy was a gambling addict. He drank.
Perfect.
He was terrible. He was in terrible shape.
He was Dana White.
Everyone else. Do you say Dana White?
He was like Dana White, yeah.
Back in the... Well, he's,
drinkers,
he's got
big,
TRT, but...
steroids and whatever the fuck.
But I want to go back to, you say, food... Okay, I understand a chicken shouldn't have a label.
No, chicken can't have a label.
Right, but
food doesn't.
But food in general, in the world of store...
You mean in what Americans eat?
We have to have labels because now it's law.
Well, I know, but now it's we feed.
But that could even be.
We feed our kids out of plastic. We feed our infants out of plastic pouches.
Basically, yeah.
And then the kids.
The majority of America, yes.
Yeah, and it's
because that's where
we're just gonna get sicker and sicker and fatter.
We already are.
And more depressed.
We're dying of overeating. Like I said, we're dying of
overconsumption.
So we already know that. But as far as labels go, and when you we're talking about what's organic. You know that business side, and I should
It's
follow up.
all fucking
The
marketing.
labels, yes. When you told me that it's 2%, I didn't know that, and that's
Well,
something
not
I
only
should
that,
research
there's the
because
what's the
nutrition-
brand name? What's the organic brand? So when you
at the Whole Foods, it's the
360
360
brand. So
something like
where's that made? And where's that manufactured? And then what are their laws?
In the back
So it's
room
Chinese.
No, I don't know.
The majority of it's Chinese made.
Wait, so you're saying the Whole Foods
360 organic
360
brand is Chinese made, yes,
shipped
from
to-
China, yeah, or maybe Thailand, all over that area, Pakistan, Thailand, wherever they could manufacture that shit cheap.
Is that what are you?
And what do you
talking-
think their laws are? And how do they keep that fresh for the travel? You don't think they shoot innate gases and chlorine gases and different shit inside the fucking boxes right before they sell? Like, what's in a bag of chips? Like, what air is in a bag of chips? Is it just
Tainted
the
air.
ambient air
The half
from
of
the
Frito
room?
Lay's, the chips
or-
is half air, half chips.
Well, it's half gas. Let's put it that way. Man, I'm telling you, we eat really bad, and we drink.
Oh,
and,
you don't have to tell me.
Man,
I've been studying this for
it's
decades. I know we
Really
eat
bad.
bad.
It's really bad.
I know we eat bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the majority of America.
And I am adamant about the meat intake as part of it.
Well, that's
It's too
where
easy. It's too easy. Men look like chicken breasts. Our average. You don't. You look different. You look like you pull your muscle in a different way, which is cool for me to see. Especially somebody 5 years older than me or my age. I'll still put you in my age.
Yeah,
bracket.
we're still in the same
And,
age group.
When you see young guys getting built up or athletes, or you see men turning the corner and starting to build something, they build this fucking ridiculously watery muscle, and they're ridiculously strong, and they literally look like fucking chickens.
It's a soft kind of tissue. It's they always call they want to call it skinny fat, where it's
there's a lot of that. Yeah,
you're skinny, but you're kind of doughy,
Yeah,
and that's just that
your adipose tissue fat is fucking ridiculously out of control, but they look lean and strong, but they're not. They're choked out for oxygen is what they are.
well, and that could be from different types of diets too. Like
It's
who
from
knows
the
if-
modern lifestyle, from the medication, from the poor diet, and the not actually the improper type of exercise for their age
or lack of. I mean, the
lack
numbers are staggering.
But you don't notice how. I mean, I remember if you look at a movie from the 70s, everybody's fucking skinny. I remember when I was in high school, there was like 2 fat kids, right? And now everybody looks strong. Everybody has huge traps. Yards, you shooting a bullseye.
Oh well, with
10
Benelli
yards?
for a shotgun, you don't. It's just from here
shoot
to
from
there. Yeah, you don't. You can.
That's some real legit home.
That's home
Defense.
secured.
That's
yeah.
that's what you actually need.
That's the finisher when I'm at the range. I finish with the Benelli because it's so loud
You
indoor
like
range.
shooting things?
Yeah, just targets. I've never shot anything in my life. That's
Oh, really?
the whole point. Not anything real. I mean,
Never
why
been
would
hunting?
I? No, I don't. I'm from the city.
I know,
I've
but
never
you're like a
forest
man.
preserves. I'm a man, but
you're
I
a very cultured man of the world. So I would assume, and you like.
range shooting.
I love guns.
Yeah, range shooting. Yes.
Yeah.
So
would
I finish.
you carry a gun? Would you ever conceal and carry?
That's the thing, and I've had many opportunities to get the concealed carry in the city, but it's like I'm not going to drive around in the city with one. I just because I'm always
You want the
I'm
license.
transporting
You want
people.
the license, but you're not going to actually carry a fucking gun.
I mean, would I? No. Am I a lethal weapon myself? Yes.
Oh,
Do
nice. I like that shit.
Jeez.
I'm
But-
under the impression that if you carry a gun, you're more likely to get shot.
Or does that change your psychology to where you're
that too,
prepared
man. Yeah.
and ready?
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think there's so many?
Oh, I feel like
you're
a cow.
carrying it
I would like
and
to
then
carry
you
like
feel.
a Magnum 44 or like carry.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're carrying a slingshot, you're going to want to shoot it.
You definitely want to shoot some
For the
some
stupidest
squirrels with
things,
this sleeve.
right? And you're in the city. No, so it's like, am I going to do it in a car by myself? That seems ridiculous. I transport a lot of people because I'm traveling here too. In the house, it's different because there's homeowner laws where I don't have to worry about having a license. You come in, it's over.
Shoot him in the face. Well, that's
That's it.
different. You got the Benelli for that.
Right.
But that's not like carrying
No,
around.
you think I want to put walls in my drywall? No, I got to fix that shit. I don't want that.
God.
That's where you have a smaller caliber gun that is at close range. It's a little bit easier to use, and it doesn't put holes in your wall. In a
I
sense,
just feel like
a Benelli,
if you
no.
have something expensive or valuable to you,
Which is me. My family. That's
And
the house. That's valuable. I am.
you would never consider pulling a gun out unless the person was like have a gun or a knife or what have you.
Well, and that's the whole point of the
If
laws.
they want to be physical, you could run away or you could take a hit or two and take a broken whatever, you'll be fine. But as soon as you start shooting the person with the gun or the knife, that's when they freak out and start shooting
Right. And it escalates the situation.
Yeah.
If
I don't
it
think
just-
it's not like a video game where you like shoot somebody in the chest and they fucking turn to powder and fucking fall on the ground.
No,
it's
because
like you
it's
shoot
so-
somebody in the chest, they don't feel it. They know something bad happened. The adrenaline kicks in. They start freaking out and they start shooting everybody
Right.
around them.
Or if they're enraged, they still come at you, and who knows what could happen? They could have a knife and still.
Yeah, instead of shooting you once, they're gonna shoot you the whole
So
16
yeah,
times.
it's an escalation that doesn't need a tactical awareness that doesn't need to happen on the street. Like if you have it and other people have it, you are in a certain mindset that I can control myself. I've done a lot of work mentally, physically. I'm not going to be trigger happy, so I know that. But there is an awareness when you have a weapon. If somebody else has one, they're going to
cutting me off or passing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would shoot them.
How many times have you wanted a car just to explode in front of you because
No,
they
I would
cut
shoot
you
them.
off?
I would shoot them.
I know, but you
in the
mentally,
face, yeah.
I'm talking fire starter, Drew Barrymore kind of weapon where you can shoot fire. You want to.
I would use it.
That's
every day,
and
day.
that's
10
a
times a
normal,
day.
logical thing. But
That's why I don't carry
Okay,
a gun.
then, right, put a
'cause
weapon-
I would shoot people.
no, I don't have anything. Just right, exactly. Because then you get into scenarios where it's ridiculous. You're on the news for here, Chef Brad, he owns a prestigious restaurant.
Shot four
Four people because
They cut him.
discussion. Chef Brad, cookies and carnitas on Broadway.
Yeah, it was nice to touch base on
yeah.
our past and our future and
I
presence.
do.
It's great.
There's a lot of things I wanted to touch on, and I want to talk to you more. I'll have you back at some point.
Anytime you want, man.
Just appreciate you coming
You're a
down
good dude.
on
I
your
like
day
your
off.
family.
On your
You
day
guys
off
are
from
cool.
a
You guys are
busy
cool.
restaurant. Applebee's would be open right now, but you're not. But that's okay. It's okay. That's your business model. You need a day rest. You're creative. You have to have a day off.
Yeah.
The human body needs.
If I was a
creative
business
point.
person, I could take
That's
a day
the
off.
difference.
And the business would.
That's right. That's not you.
But I'm not a business. My business acumen is is different
you.
than my chef
And
acumen.
that's what is keeping you in this business for so long, for decades and decades.
Yeah,
Most
trying to
people
learn-
would have been
trying to
gone by
learn.
now. Okay, Chef Brad, thanks for coming in, and
Thank you,
we'll
man.
talk to you guys soon. Bye.